So what's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel, Investing with Raph, where I talk about everything investing and investment. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the stock index and why you should use the stock index or an ETF or index funds to invest in the stock market instead of buying individual companies on the stock market. All right, it's going to be fun. It's a continuation of my Zoom class, which is ending this month, December 2020. Yay! All right, so if you are new to this channel, um, click on the subscribe button and the bell beside the subscribe button. Click on it so that you can get a notification when I do a new video and I do make awesome videos. All right, if you see this on Facebook, like, share, and comment. All right, let me get into the video. So this is the slide. As you know, I do my Zoom classes with a slide, so I just did this. I stopped doing it because of network issues. Many people were having issues. I was having issues also. So let me start from the beginning. So what exactly is a stock index? Basically, it's just a gauge to monitor the performance of an industry or a market. Let's say I wanted to monitor the oil market or the silver market or the gold market. They are indexed to monitor that. Like, let me just explain this. Like, if you had like an average of numbers and you wanted to like take stock of the mean, that is the average. So you have like 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So you can just take the average and be like, yes, we are going to use this to monitor all these numbers. So that's exactly what a stock index is. So examples of a stock index basically the S&P 500, which is the US market, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is also the US market. Over here in Nigeria, we have the ASI, uh, all share index, and we also have the NSE 50, and in Kenya they have the NSE 30. Yep, NSE 30. I'm very sure of that. All right. Am I sure of that? All right. Okay, I'm just going to move on. So someone should just help me check that out. I think it's the NSE 30 they call it. Let me just move on to my next slide. So why use the stock index? Now I want to tell you something. Unless you are an expert in buying and selling stocks or investing in stocks, please, for God's sake, use the index. I actually have a bunch. You won't believe this. Many people don't actually believe this. Like, a bunch of my portfolio is an index because I don't want to stress myself picking the right stocks. So I just use the index instead to monitor the entire market. My big secret is out. God. All right. Okay. So first things first, if you don't understand an industry, you better use an index. That is the first rule. Don't even stress. Just go straight and use an index. Then the second thing is, if you are new to investing, I advise you use index first to understand how the market works. Then you can now move, except aside using practice accounts like in my other videos. I think the link should be up somewhere. You make more money in the long term. I'm going to show you a chart by the S&P 500. They were monitoring a lot of movements, and it's less affected by individual stocks and less volatile too. So let me explain this. Basically, what this means is this: if there's an industry and you invested, let me say I invested in one silver company, then for some reasons that silver company goes down or goes bankrupt, guess what happens to my money? Boom, that's it, it's gone. But if I was in the silver index and that company was listed in the index as one of the stocks the index tracks, the only thing that's going to happen is the company will be dropped and replaced with another company in the silver index, or at least not even put there anymore. My money might not be affected because I am getting an average of all the stocks. You see that? That's very brilliant. I think that was this the whole index of a thing was John Bogle. Did I say that? Did I pronounce that well? John Bogle. Okay, something like that. John Bogle. I think he was one that invented the idea of the stock index. Am I sure about this? Yeah, I think I've read something like that. But please help me confirm if you are really sure of what happened and how the index was created. So that's exactly why you should use the index. It's just smarter investing. So let me explain to you why over the long term you are most likely going to beat a lot of people that are busy moving their money around. I think I should tell a moving money story, a moving money around story. All right. So this is the S&P Dow and the Dow Jones indices, S&P Dow Jones indices. They did this whole study, and they studied actively managed funds. That's the people that promise you they'll be moving your money to give you profits at the end of the year. You know, they move your money from this company. They promise you that they will always make gains moving your money, which makes no sense. Uh, So over 15 years they monitor them. So in the first year, if I bought the S&P 500 index and someone gave them his money to move around or her money to move around, in the first year, most of the companies that are involved in moving money, I am going to beat them because they are not going to beat the market. I will beat most of their investment portfolio. I will make more than their investment portfolios. In 10 years time, that is like a study. This is like a 10-year study backwards from 2019 or so. A 15-year story. I'm sorry. I will still 85% of the companies. I will still my portfolio will be better than theirs. I'll have more returns than them in the long run. Then they did a 15-year grab of the whole thing, and they discovered that someone that was investing in the S&P 500 was actually better than 91.6% of all the people actively moving their money. So you make more profits. Let me also add and explain that when people actively move your money, they you pay charges for a lot of things. And if you personally want to actively move your money, don't forget that each time you buy and sell a stock, you pay commissions. Let's put that in our heads. Commissions. See, those are things that eat away your gains. And index funds and ETFs actually don't do that much of commissions. If you use Vanguard, you are good to go. Okay, so how do I buy an index? So basically, use an ETF or use an index fund. I should have added that in this slide. Index fund will track an index. It's organized by people or companies to track an index, and an ETF tracks. Basically, an ETF is I think it tracks the index or industry. It's just like the index itself, but this time an ETF is what you can buy on the stock market. I did talk about this in my beginners course, but just like in this video, I didn't go deep into it because I was not taking a course on index or ETFs, but I did explain every single thing in my beginners course, just like I am doing right here. So it is traded, so it can be bought and sold with less charges, of course, I think, depending on whatever broker you are using. So I think this is where this ends. So right now I'm going to be showing you the second part of the video, which I'm getting into now. I'm going to be showing you a bunch of articles and charts and prices. All right, let's roll out to the second part of the video. Okay, yeah, it's Raph here. Welcome to the second part, and I want to make this video as short as possible. So this is my Twitter account. Twitter has suspended me. What the hell? I don't know what I did to them. Please, if you know anyone that works at Twitter or Twitter support, can you tell them to please also unsuspend me? I have done nothing wrong. I don't know. They said I broke the rules and they didn't send anything to me. Say I don't just know. Anyways, so I made a post right here. Also follow my business account, Raph Stores, at Raph Stores right here. I think you should just you see that's it, at Raph Stores right there. So follow my business account. Okay, here is the article I talk. So right here, this is the article. So let me get right into it. So you can see I'll leave the link to the article in my in the description of this video, so you can also check it out. I also posted it on Facebook, so you can also check it out there. So here it says 4 best marijuana ETFs for conservative portfolios. So the reason why I'm choosing marijuana, because if you have been following me on Twitter, I have been talking about how marijuana industry is underrated and how legalization, which they have actually done now. Thank you, WHO, I think. Thank you for doing that. I think you went too. So thank you very much. We appreciate you. And Jay-Z is selling $50 wrapped marijuana joints. $50, man. That's some elite stuff, huh? All right. Okay. I'm just gonna see. So you can see there's an MJ here, is an ETF, and you can see right here, this MJ, it actually tracks, as you can see, it tracks cannabis cultivators, producers, and distributors. So it tracks that. You see, I told you it tracks an industry or a market. And this one right here is Amrex, and Amrex actually tracks the top marijuana producing companies. It's so you can see how ETFs can track different things. It's dependent on what the ETF was created for. That's what it's going to track. So that's it right there. And Kronos also tracks let me see this. All right. So Kronos tracks Kronos marijuana ETFs, Kronos Group, Pharmaceutical Group, Pharma tracks. Okay, so it kind of tracks. Let me read what it says. Okay, it just tracks the Canadian market. How nice. How nice. Kronos is actually a marijuana company. I think in my how to buy stocks with Shaka video, I think link will be up. I did buy Kronos there, so it's up. I think 25% since the whole news of legalization of marijuana. So, thank you, Shaka. Thank you, Kronos, I guess. All right, let me just show one more thing before I end this video. I want to show you guys the S&P 500. Okay, so before I go, I just want to show you guys the S&P 500. So remember I told you a stock index tracks a bunch of companies. So you can see this. These are like the S&P 500 comprises of 500 large cap companies. All right, so look at this. These are 500 companies that the S&P 500 tracks. You just look at this. Look at this. There are a lot. Let me try the Dow Jones Industrial Average Index. Okay, so this is the Dow Jones. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and right here we have the 30 companies in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. I told you it tracks companies. So I just want to show you. And right here you can see 3M, American Express. These are companies in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Look at them right here. I think there's Apple here. Yep, there's Apple right here, right there. So you can see it's in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Microsoft, Nike, Pfizer, yay, Corona vaccine. So Procter and Gamble, P&G, I actually like them by the way. So that's it. I am done for this video. So I hope this has really helped. Leave a comment or you can DM me on Twitter. This whole Twitter suspension thing is really making no sense. So you can also send me an email while I try to resolve my suspension on Twitter. Everything is going to be in the description. So please comment, like, and share with friends. Don't forget my course is on Code Side Academy right here, investing in the stock market for beginners. Trust me, you want to take this course if you are learning about investing for the first time. This course is really going to help you out. Also, um my insider class is going to end this December 2020. If you don't know what my insider class is, I actually just I share I share knowledge with people. Um, we discuss, and basically what we're discussing is how to create a stock investing strategy. It also applies for crypto. By the way, crypto also has its own index, so keep your eyes out for that. So most things in stocks apply to crypto also. So that is right there, and all the links are in the description. Today, this December 2020 is going to be the last time I hold the class, unless I feel a need to continue in 2021. But I want everything to end in December 2020. So if you still want to attend that class, you have on Telegram by the way, and you have access to the videos on YouTube for life. Then after December 2020, I'm going to be putting it up here as a course, and I will not be taking anyone on Telegram anymore. At least it's still going to be a course, and I'll be updating everything. So guys, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. If you see this on Facebook, don't forget to share, like, and comment. Thank you. I'll be seeing you in my next videos. In my next series, I'm going to be discussing the gaming industry. To be honest, it is an underrated industry. Gaming really makes a lot of money, but that will be my next series. All right, take care, guys.